All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Christian Sports Corner. And I know I've been all NBA for, as the NBA season is heating up. But, I got a little football talk today. I got something pressing on my mind. And I know this video ain't going to go over well with a lot of people. Some of y'all ain't going to like it, but it's the facts. All right? But before we get into that, guys, again, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Channel is constantly growing. I'm super excited about it. Thank you, guys. With that being said, continue to support. If you haven't already, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Excuse my voice. Can't get over it. It's like I got like this little lingering cold. I had it, was gone. I don't know. So if you see me drinking something, this is pure water. All right, just trying to keep my throat. And I know somebody gonna hit me with the Corona joke, so go ahead. I'm waiting on it. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. Like I said, as you can see what I got on today. Let's talk about these Dallas Cowboys. In particular, I don't like the way they treating Dak Prescott. And I'm gonna say it right here, right now. If I was Dak, I wouldn't want to be a part of the franchise no more. They did everything possible to alienate the guy. Like, I've never seen someone treat a quarterback this way. If I was Dak, I wouldn't sign no contract. I would like, let me go. Let me go. And I wouldn't be mad at him. Because it's not a, see, one thing is to talk about the numbers. And that's good. Okay, cool. You first of all, business is done behind closed doors. First of all, you do your business behind closed doors. You don't put it in. I didn't hear this with no other team, man. No other team did I hear this with. But nope, Dak got to give us a hometown discount. First of all, you don't ask your quarterback to give you a hometown discount in public. Do any other team do that crap? See, I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. Lord knows I am. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. But it's certain things about this franchise that really just tee me off, man. It's just ridiculous. Like, for example, you didn't want to pay Dak. Then you publicly say, well, they got to give us a discount. Like, there's this leverage in being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Then not only that, but then you got your alumni, the greats that like Emmitt Smith, and I did a video on his. He's a very smart guy, but had a very stupid comment saying Dak should maybe just take 28 and keep Amari Cooper. What? Or focus on Amari Cooper and everybody else. Ain't wrong answer. Then my guy Michael Irvin. Now, if you don't know my story. Far as what? I'm from Florida. The reason I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan is because I watched Michael Irvin go up, catch a ball on Morton Hanks, get up and do his little dance on him. And I was young, I was 6, I was impressionable. I thought it was the best thing in the world. I was a fan ever since. He is the very reason you see me sitting here today as a Dallas Cowboy fan. That was the first game I ever watched. That was the first time I ever got into it. But I thought the fact that he did his little playmaker dance, and he had the 2 parts on the side of his head, I thought was the coolest thing in the world. I was a kid. I was impressionable. I became a Cowboy fan, been riding ever since. That is and always will be my guy. The day he got hurt, I cried. The day he injured his neck, could no longer play football, I cried. But to hear him say one of the most, oh God, Mike, forgive me, man, I'm a fan. But to hear you say Dak should go into the room with Jerry Jones by himself and leave the agent out of it and just have a conversation with Jerry, are you stupid? Really? Jerry Jones do this for a living. This is his job. This is what made him who he is today, is the fact that he can negotiate. That's not Dak Prescott's strengths. Oh, okay, hold on, wait a minute. And if you're a Cowboy fan, you're going to know the story I'm about to tell you. Give me a second, guys. Throat getting dry. If you're a Cowboy fan, there's a story. It has been told on many documentaries. If you watch any documentary, Jerry Jones loved to tell this story. Michael Irvin will tell this story. There was a time Michael Irvin was up for a contract. He went into Jerry Jones' office. Now, Jerry Jones is just literally tells this story. I'm going to try to tell it exactly like he tells it. And he boasts about it. He say he sits in his chair. Michael Irvin come in. The chair is shot up a exact way. The chair is made so when you sit down, you sink in the chair. He sits in like this in this one chair, but it's up high. He say he learned this from Gil Bryant. I think that's a guy named Gil Bryant. So it look like he's coming down on you when he's talking to you. Do you understand the level that this guy is smart about it? So Michael Irvin walks into Jerry Jones' office, and it was a time for a contract. Michael Irvin walks in, he has a number, he writes this number down, he slides to Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones looks at that number, and he say, Michael, in Texas, there's an old town called El Paso. He looked at that number on that paper that Michael Irvin slid him. He slid that number back to him and said, Mike, I El Paso. And they laughed about it as a joke. Michael Irvin said, I was like, haha, man, just give me the contract. He signed the contract Jerry Jones wanted to sign. You lost the battle, sir. That was stupid, sir. See, Jerry Jones is trying these tactics with new players that they normally would not, that he tried back then. See, players today are a lot smarter. There's no way in the world that should ever say, I'm going to go sit down with Jerry Jones and negotiate with Jerry. That was one of the dumbest things I ever heard. Mike, my man, like, are we thinking when we say these things? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, that literally makes no sense to me. But see, I break this down, man. When I'm looking at it, I think, so now let's say this contract dispute get worked out, right? We always think it's going to get worked out eventually, right? What is Dak Prescott feelings toward Emmitt Smith now? What is Dak Prescott feelings toward Michael Irvin now? What is Dak Prescott feeling towards everyone, all the people that come out saying outlandish things about him? He may gonna be a professional, but he's still a person at the end of the day. And to have these people, because to me, this really sound like Jerry Jones sending his little minions out. Yep, that's what it seemed like. Let me tell you something else. When you dig a little deeper, see, sometimes you gotta do a little research. You'll realize Emmitt Smith is an official ambassador for the Dallas Cowboys. They cut him a check. So who you think he gonna side with? Second of all, the fact that, see, this ain't just started now. This started way back when Dak first took over the reins, when he and Tony Romo, that still conversation was still having about about Tony Romo and Dak Prescott, who gonna go? Do you know how many times Jerry came on the radio and said, oh, it'd be wonderful if Tony Romo could come back in and just lead this team to a Super Bowl? Wouldn't that be the fairy tale ending? You forgot. You alienating your quarterback. You're alienating the future quarterback of your team right there. You're alienating him. And he talked about Romo so much. Let me say something else. Now, if I'm not mistaken, now my facts could be a little wrong on this. There was a story that was going around at this time that says Tony Romo and Jerry Jones was on the plane flying back on their way to, I don't know if it was like practice or on the way. And Tony Romo asked Jerry, is it possible that I can at least get a chance to compete for my job back? And Jerry Jones go on to say, well, no, I don't know if that'd be in the best interest, which he really couldn't. Dak was doing too good. You wouldn't have made no sense to bring Tony Romo back in. That's with his injury history at that point. But you know what stood out to me? Why nobody asked, why wasn't Tony Romo on the team playing with the rest of the team? Why was he on on the helicopter, whatever, with Jerry Jones by himself? What did that tell you? That relationship between them two was always going to make Dak feel like he was on the outskirts. Because trust me, Tony Romo never had to ask for a contract. Think about that. So if I'm Dak, honestly, I know some Cowboy fans right now, hey, go ahead, walk away. And I'm going to say it. If I was Dak, I'd walk away. I don't want to be a part of a team that don't respect me, don't value what I've done. As a fourth-round draft pick, he came in and he haven't missed a game. He put up at least credible numbers, because if you got to all think Kirk Cousins was the highest paid at one time. Garoppolo was the highest paid at one time. And these guys hasn't done much. Garoppolo was the highest paid after 6 games, and no knock on him because his team just went to the Super Bowl. But I'm talking about at the time he got paid, he had only played 6 games, and he was the highest. He was at one point the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. So Dak don't deserve to be paid, man. And the way that the Cowboys treating him is quite frankly disrespectful. It's got to a point now. Now it's not even about the money. It's like, wait a minute. Like, you gonna disrespect me. Your son gonna disrespect me. Emmett gonna disrespect me. Mike gonna disrespect me. And listen, salute to all the greats, man. I hate to do this, but some of y'all seem bitter. I'm just gonna say it. Look, I don't care who get mad. I'm gonna say some of y'all seem bitter because when you were playing, those dollars wasn't that big. The amount of money players getting now, because for someone who made $4 million a year, it's easy to say, hey man, just take $28 million. It don't matter what. No, I'm gonna get what the going rate is. I'm gonna get what the going rate is. And if I hear one more person mention Dak Prescott endorsements, that ain't got nothing to do with the Cowboys. Because if you think it do, go to your job when you go to work tomorrow and tell your company, hey, y'all, you know what? I've been Ubering on the side. I've been lifting on the side. I've been cutting grass on the side. I got my little business on the side. Y'all ain't got to pay me everything. Just give me, a good amount. Don't give me the most you can give me. If you won't do it, why should he? Now, guys, I'm going all night about this. This one really got to me. And if I was Dak Prescott, I wouldn't want to be a part of this franchise. Quite frankly, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm a little teed off because I'm like, that's not right. For one, okay, if you want to have a contract dispute, do it behind closed doors. Stop putting it in the public. And then if you're alumni of the team, stop telling this man the worst you can possibly tell him. Telling him to take $28 million to save money to keep Amari Cooper. You get a good 8 games. Yeah, okay, cool. So if all the games were played at home, I agree with you. No, I wouldn't. I never tell a player to take less money, but it's too bad. He's 2 different players. You get good 8 games at home from Amari Cooper until he step up. I don't care if he walks. And also, what have the Cowboys showed that they could do with the money they've been saving for the last 4 years? Why are everybody so in such a big uproar to keep the same 8-8 team together? I don't care about that. It ain't all, and y'all can stop all that Jason Garrett. Now listen, I'm not the biggest Jason Garrett fan, but I don't think it's all Jason. Like I said, guys, I can go on about this all day. But with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Cowboys, come on, man. Like, I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan, but I do not like the way you guys are treating Dak Prescott. With that being said, until next time, guys, y'all be good.